Okay, this is a video about the Brinks digital timer model 441021, which you can get at Walmart. And I want to explain how you configure this device. This is the single outlet device with a 3-prong plug on the bottom and a 3-prong plug in the back, like that. I'm going to first show you the basic operation of this device and then how to configure it. I've already set this thing up right now, so I'm going to kind of back into the configuration, but I think it's best to understand how it works first. So basically, when the device is all set up, you can control the thing that you're, the lamp or whatever it is that you're trying to set control with this manual button. And there are 4 values for this manual setting. There is on auto, off. You can see that light coming on and off when I do this, and off auto. So again, that's on auto, off, and off auto. And the auto shows up here in the lower left-hand corner, and all that means is the timer is enabled. It's a little unfortunate that they combine those two together, but anyway, that is the way it works. And you control the device with this manual switch. So once everything is set up, this button is kind of the only thing you may ever use to turn the timer on and off, and to turn the device, the lamp or whatever, on or off. Okay, when you first get this device and take it out of the box, there really should be some numbers. I'm going to unplug it so it's a little easier to work with. Generally, when you're programming this device, you will not have it all plugged in. When you first get the device, it should have some numbers showing up here, time or whatever. And if not, you need to plug it in for about 15 minutes so that it will charge up, and then you can work with it. The first thing you'll do after charging it up is to push the reset button to reset it, and you just use a paper clip or a toothpick or whatever to push this reset button. But let's assume that we've already set up the time, and I want to show you how to actually set up the timer on this. So let's set the timer for 2:10 in the morning to come on. So the way there's really 2 basic modes of this device. There's the normal operating mode where it shows you the clock wall time on this device, and then there's program mode. And you enter program mode by clicking the menu option. And when you do, there's really, the way this works is there's really 3 columns of information here in program mode. There's the first column, which shows you which program mode you're setting, and there are 4 program modes. There's 2 programs on and off for each, so that's 4. And then there's 2 other columns. There's the hours and the minutes column. And so the OK button allows you to cycle through the other 2 columns, or all 3 of these columns. So you're choosing which column you're setting with this OK button. And if you understand that, things become a lot less confusing. First, you just have to realize that there's these 3 columns of data, and that you choose which column you're working on with the OK button. Once you've chosen a column that you're working on, you change the value of that column with the plus and the minus buttons. And once you understand those 2 things, that it's really a 2-dimensional navigation going across the columns here, the 3 columns, and then within each column you have you can set the value. Now this first column here is the program column. As I said, there's 4 possible values for that column, and they are program 1 on, program 1 off, program 2 on, and program 2 off. And you can choose any one of those 4 going up or down, forward or backward, and it just cycles around depending on if you're clicking plus or minus, which direction you're going to go and what value you're going to get. And as you change the value in this column, the actual time that setting will occur shows up over here. So if we go over here to program 1 on, it's currently set for 11:20 p.m. So now I want to change that time. So I just use my OK button to choose the hours column, and let's go to 2 in the morning. And then I use the OK button to choose the minutes column, and let's set that to 2:10 in the morning. And once you've done that, then you can cycle back over to the first column to choose the next thing to program. And I want to set program 1 off now. So this is the time at which program 1 will go off. So let's choose, now that I've chosen program 1 off, using my up and down arrows on this column, I change the hour column again, change the column to the hour column, and I go to 2 a.m. And now I got 2 a.m. chosen, and I want to switch to the minutes column, so I use the OK button, choose that column, and let's bring it down to 2:11. I want this particular test to go off after 1 minute. Okay, so now I want to set program 2. So I have 2 choices. Well, I go to program 2. I have 2 things I need to set. I pick the first column, and I go plus to set 2 on rather. And you'll notice that 2 on is cleared out. There's no value for it right now. So let's now choose the hours column using the OK button. I do that, and I'll go up to 2 a.m. And now we'll choose the minutes column, and we will set the minutes column to 2:12. So we're on at 2:10, off at 2:11, on again at 2:12. And once we've done that, now we go and choose the first column again with the OK button. We change the value of the first column to 2 off. That should be fairly visible there. And then we move over to the hours column. We go to 2 a.m. We move over to the minutes column using the OK button, and we go to 2:13. We're going to turn everything back off again at 2:13 a.m. So let's just verify everything that I've done. So what I do is I pick the first column, and remember there are 4 different settings for the first column. One on at 2:10 a.m., one off at 2:11 a.m., 2 on at 2:12 a.m., and 2 off at 2:13 a.m. So that sets us up for our test. Now, how did we get into this mode, this programming mode? We pushed the menu button. So that's how we get out of the program mode. We push the menu button, and now we're back in normal mode, which is how I set it up when I first turned on this video. Right now the clock is saying 12:41, so that's not very good for our test. So what I want to do is put it close to our test time, which is 2:10 in the morning. So I will set it up for 2:07, set the clock to 2:07, and then I'll plug a few things in, and we should be able to see it come on and off. So the way you set the clock is, and this is a fairly rare occurrence, but you hold down the OK button until the hours hand starts flashing. And again, we have columns here. Now in this case, for setting the time, there's only 2 columns. There's hours and minutes. And we pick which column we're working on with the OK button. So we want to set the hour time to 2 a.m. So let's do that. Click it twice and we get 2 a.m. And again, this device will, if you hold down the button, it will just go through. And see, that's 3 p.m. So you just keep pushing the same button to move from a.m. to p.m. So I want to get 2 a.m. And that's good. Now we've got the hour set. Now I want the minutes set to 2:07. So I choose a different column, choose the minutes column with the OK button. And now I'm going to go up to get to 07. And if you go too far, like I just did, oops, you click the minus button to bring it back down. Okay, so that's 2:07, and once we're done, we got into this mode with the OK button, but to get back to normal mode, you always click the menu button. So now we're back to the way it was set up when I first started this video, and it's set to 2:07 a.m. Okay, so now it's time to set up, plug the device into the wall and plug our lamp into the device. So we plug in the device, we plug in the lamp, and now we need to kind of set everything, get the lamp in the right state. And again, remember the manual button is how you control the device that you're controlling manually. And there's 4 values for this manual setting. There's on, that lamp just came on auto, there's off, and off auto. So we want off auto because in a minute or so, this lamp is going to come on, and we want to start in the off position. So but we also want auto here because this is what enables or disables the timer itself. So in about a little over a minute, this lamp should come on, and I'll move it over here so it's a little more visible. And I'll speed up the video right now so that you don't have to wait for this. Okay, I think the lamp is about to come on. It's almost 2:10. So in just a few seconds, we should see the device switch on. You'll see the light come on around my hand. There it is. Okay, so the light came on at 2:10, and we will speed up the video again, and we'll watch it go off at 2:11, and then come back on at 2:12, and then go back off at 2:13. So now the light switch back off, and we'll wait a minute for it to come back on. Okay, the light came back on. We'll wait a minute and it should go back off, and that should complete all 4 program settings. And then we'll show you how to erase a program setting. Okay, that completes all 4 of the program settings. Let's say that you decide you only want to do one program on off per day. So what you can do to erase one is you go into the menu mode, and let's say we want to get rid of program 2 on and off. So here we are looking at column 1, it's flashing, and we don't want program 1, we don't want program 1 off, we want program 2 and program 2 off. So let's go back to program 2 on, and the way you erase or clear out this setting that you put in is to push the recall button. Now this is the first time I've pushed this button in this demo, and that clears that out. So we're not going to set these other 2 columns because we just cleared them out with that setting. So now we go to program 2 off. Program 2 off here was set to 213. We clear that by hitting the recall, and we're done. So remember, there are 4 settings: 1 on at 210, 1 off at 211, 2 on, reset to nothing, 2 off, reset to nothing. And that should cover everything that you need to know. We use the menu to get out, and that should cover everything you need to know to configure this device.